Cool, I'm going to throw in this -2, and probably just leave this without doing anything. Honestly, if I had a carnivore, I'd make a dying carnivore to switch out some cards right now. I might add one species. It's risky. It's not that risky. If this guy does something greedy and 2 species is less greedy than him, I'm gonna go for it. Interesting. This is a very greedy game. I assume there will be probably enough. Interesting. If that's cooperation, that's a smart move. If it's a long neck, still good. Yeah, okay, yeah, you really don't want to throw that. Whoa! That's 8. This guy's going to get 3, and this guy's only going to get 1. I'm pretty happy. I'm getting the 2 that I asked for. Oh, no, okay, sure. No, that he doesn't catch up to get the 3, he just gets his 2 as well. So that cooperation's a bit annoying. I'm doing sort of okay here, though. I'm going to put in this 2. Gonna hope there's a little bit of food this round. Set up a warning call. Make a little foraging out here. Probably do it with the hard shell this round, I think, rather than the climbing. So we'll set this up. Again, these are all face-down cards. They could be almost anything. This isn't necessarily a giveaway that I've gone a warning call, which when you're playing first in the round, you don't really want to have that as a giveaway. You know, could be the ambush carnivore that I don't want to see. It is the ambush carnivore that I don't want to see. However, other players have put up even more species than me, so I'm going to eat with this one first. If he does eat it, then it's okay. I imagine eating 2 things, he definitely wants to eat one of these burrowers before they can burrow. After that, whether he decides that he wants to eat Sue or me, I'm not sure. Like, I already have the warning call up with his ambush. The best bet is actually just to take out this guy rather than me, because I'm the one who's got a dead card on the table. Everything that you leave this opponent with is just good value for him. Okay, so he didn't extinct the species like he would have if he'd attacked this. I think that's a total misplay. Best option, extinct one of these. Second best option, extinct this. Because right now I'm going to put up some serious defenses and he won't be able to attack me. So yeah, I'm gonna, unless he's got a good pack hunting, good pack hunting will just tear straight through that, and I'll be fucked. But without that, I'm just gonna defend everything. People might run fertiles. That'll kinda suck, because I'm just playing into it with everything almost all being pre-fed. But I don't think I've got any other options. Okay, so this goes up to 3. This guy can just defend by adding a body size. He didn't. So I really hope this is like a climbing and a defensive herding, I don't know. Something. So if he can attack this, that's just going to be a big disappointment. Because I was almost back to maybe having my warning call be effective, but it's fucking nothing. He could have just added a body size. Body size here, hard shell there. Okay, there's still attacks available, but what he gave him was just free, delicious, free. Yeah, here's another reason for my usual advice. Put your foragings on the right. He's now drawn a long neck that can't go in this part of his cooperation chain where it belongs. And yeah, that's it's really not a great place to be in. So yeah, right now, on this species in particular, still really vulnerable to a pack hunting. So I want to do something about that. And I don't want to do something about that in the sense of raising it to 3 body size and giving it enough population so it can't be extincted. Okay, I like the idea of being able to make a carnivore that can eat things that aren't being defended effectively. So that was like my only defensive card. I could have put it on here. I don't think it was worth it. Right now, that'd be 5, 6, 7. He can easily be big enough to eat this, and when he does, then he can eat this. So, if I wanted to save this from the potential threat that this is, I could increase this body size. If this goes extinct, this symbiosis is still defended. Might be a good idea. Cost me a card I don't really want to spend. The other option is 7. How high can he reach? You can put 3 cards in, putting him up to 8 total. So I could put 2 cards into body size, and that would be fine. If I do that, I can put the fat tissue up and actually take some of the excess food out. So that's not a terrible idea, and I'm still ready to maybe carnivore pack hunting on this one, and because of this 4 body size I can get a carnivore pack hunting still pretty big with the symbiosis. It's not just limited to 7 like most would be when they're using symbiosis. I can actually reach 9. So this is big enough to stop him this time and just let me grab any of the food that's left over after everyone's done eating. Yeah, if I wasn't able to play the fat tissue onto this, I'm not convinced I would have been happy increasing its body size so much. You also note that's a pretty paranoid view. I'm just looking at, if he really wants to attack this, what can he do? Even though I know these are better threats. He's got the cooperation going. He's pretty big. Okay, so I'm glad I haven't tried to do anything with a carnivore yet, because the only targets are really over here. And he's not the one who I'm heaps worried about. I mean, yeah, a little bit. But it's not that bad. So in the end, he's probably going to hit this once. Or that one. Okay, the fact that I have a cooperation now is certainly making me lean away from the idea of getting the carnivore going. I can just put this up, pad this population a little bit, put this cooperation in here, give it some more population. Thinking that's okay. I get to cooperate once. Maybe I should aim for this. So, yeah, this will have room to eat 3. This has room to eat 3. 1 from the long necks, hopefully 2 from eating twice. I don't eat as fast as this guy. There's a little bit left over. I'm not sure what that would be, but the fact that he's adding population onto the burrower means that unless he's defending it with something else, it's just going to be attacked. Unless this guy actually finally gets rid of this carnivore. You know what, yeah, I think maybe I'm just I'm grasping a little too far if I think I can get this to go twice, maybe. Eating second, I think I have to try it. I didn't actually look at this, but I don't think... so he had 4 cards, yeah, with adding a pack hunting and pushing to 8, he still wouldn't actually be able to attack this. So this was actually really safe. Depending on what I draw, I might just do a very sudden impromptu carnivore. It might be pretty obvious going in first place for eating that turn, but it could be worthwhile. So this doesn't make a lot of sense. This is just topsy-turvy. Oh yeah, so with 19 there, the fact that I'm only going to eat 4 of 19, a little bit low, but there's not enough for everyone else either. And this guy is going last next turn, which if he doesn't, you know, draw into long necks for his big setup, which is really unlikely because there's already 5 out on the table, so actually getting them is pretty hard for him. If there's not enough food, it is going to be really bad for him. Unfortunately, my opponents aren't playing very low. And I'm not sure if I'm ahead of any of my opponents at this point. Definitely behind Sue. Maybe ahead of Cubit, I think. I think probably reasonably ahead of Cubit, actually. Hasn't been doing too well. Well, this kind of decides it for me, doesn't it? I'm definitely not making a carnivore, and I'm putting in the lowest valued card that is not this long neck. Which is a 4. Maybe I should have put in the long neck, but I think all of the free food I can get from it is better. So, first thing I want to do is just get as much population on this guy as I can, along with this fertile, that's a foraging. I'll put these out here. It'll be fairly full really early. You know what? If I'm only going to have the one there, let's just pump it into this population. That'll never get fed. That's right. Okay, this means I get to feed this, get to feed all of this. Maybe if there's any left over, I stick it in the fat tissue afterwards. No, it'll be fed by the end of my first turn. So, part of the problem here is I put in a 4 and I'm only taking 3, and I have to starve this guy. That doesn't work, but I really didn't draw into a good negative card, which is what I needed. -2 or 3, play out this exact same hand, really happy. The 4, not so good. So, things that I hope happen are population here, foraging here, and 2 more population here, that'd be great. Just him playing well is less food to reach Sue. So unfortunately no cooperations here, the most he's taking is 2. On top of my 3. The other question is, so he can have the last long neck. I mean, I know where 6 of them are. It's unlikely, thankfully. But this really depends how much food these guys put in. If they understand how much we need to deny Sue eating it all, they put in low numbers as well. Unfortunately for me, 4 was not very low. So we'll see if that really was the final long neck. That's a good carnivore. It's not what I wanted, because it doesn't stop this. It can eat this, that's fine. I don't think it's big enough to eat my other species. It's big enough to eat some of this. That's always nice, I guess. But yeah, 17. That's an absurd amount of food. Let me check how much each person put in. So this guy really should have gone low, because he knows he doesn't need it at all. He's just made the carnivore, doesn't eat it, has the corporation, can give it to this. This has got scavenger. And he put in a 1, so that's good. Sue put in the 8, that's reasonable. Maybe we just both got stuck with 4s and didn't really have a better choice, which is just really unfortunate. Because yeah, this doesn't deny anything. He got an intelligence, yep, that would have definitely, that'll feed him right up. So, yeah, I don't know why this guy even bothered taking this. He can't deny anything that way. He can deny by eating. So I've actually managed to get some really good populations this round. So I'm going to end with 11 population, which is more than Sue has, with 4 in a fat tissue. Maybe it was enough for a comeback, it's possible. If this guy did feel like extincting this at the cost of 2 of his population, I think that would pretty much seal the deal there, taking 5 more points off of him. Certainly the opponent who I'm most worried about. It's not worth extincting this, he's already losing a heap of population and just hasn't really been doing as well throughout the whole game. He's not even going to extinct something, so that's a pretty poor choice, just eating something that was going to die anyway. So he's not actually inflicting much damage. No, I think I was a bit far behind Sue for this. So I think I'll be a reasonably close second. Or 5 points in front. I'm usually really bad at estimating how well I'm doing. I usually overestimate other people a little bit.